Assalamu alaikum. My name is Motakabbir Hossain. My ID is 17301078 and I'm going to talk about the world building of our project. So for the world building, first we're going to add textured background. As our textured background is stadium theme, so I'm going to change it to stadium. After this, we're going to add Robo Stadium as our floor. As you can see, I have added Robo Stadium as our floor, and after this I'm going to add 3 balls for decoration and for obstacle. For the obstacle part, I'm going to use a normal solid ball. It can be of any color, that is perfectly fine. And for the decoration part, I'm going to use a normal soccer ball. As you can see here, I have added a soccer ball and I'm going to add 2 soccer balls here to make it more realistic. Now let's add some trees as well. So for the trees part, I'm going to choose cypress tree and palm tree. As you can see here, I'm using a cypress tree here. Now I'm adding palm tree here. After adding the trees, I'm going to add some drinks like water bottle. Now I'm going to add the color red at this goalpost, and after this my teammates are going to talk about the rest. Thank you.
Alaikum. Hello everyone. I'm Shuhanur Shakil. My ID is 301243. I am from group 1. In this project, my part was making the robot. For making the robot, first of all, I went to the base node and added a robot from there. After that, added shape at the children part of the robot. Then I went to the appearance and added PBR appearance into it. Then moved on to geometric part and added a box and resized the box as well. After that, I moved to the PBR appearance again and added and changed the color and also reduced the metalness of it. After doing that, I added proper translation, rotation, and scaling to the box. Then I changed the name of the shape and to body, and then I added boundary object and physics to the body part. After done with the body part, I moved to the wheel. For adding the wheel, I added hinge joint from the base node and solid in the endpoint of the hinge joint. Besides adding solid at the solid at the hinge joint at the endpoint of hinge joint, I also added the joint parameters and rotational motors at device. After that, I added shape at the children part of the hinge end joint solid, and also renamed it as wheel shape. After that, I added PBR appearance to the appearance and a cylinder to the geometric part. Then I moved on to PBR appearance and change the color and also resize the wheel as well. After that, I added proper translation, rotation, boundary object, and physics into it. Like as this, like this I made four hinge on for 4 wheel. Then I had to add 3 distance parameter distance sensor into the project into the robot. For to add distance sensor, I went to base node and added distance sensor. Then went to the children part of it and added a box and named it as this right. Then added desirable size, rotation, and translation into it, and change the type to infrared. Like this one, I added 2 more sensor at the middle and also at the left, and that's how the robot was made. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Elmi Tabassum and I'm going to explain how to import a line for our track. For this, we need to go to the Autodesk Tinkercad and create a new design. Let's choose this scribble. And now let's make a random shape. Now let's change the color and minimize the height. Now we need to export the OBJ file. Then we will extract the file. Now we need to go to the import 3D model and import the OBJ file here. Now let's rename it. Now we need to change the translation. Let's fix the x at -1.81, and in the rotation, let's fix the angle at -1.57. And in the scaling, let's fix it at 0.055. And we are done. Now the next part will be described by my group mate. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Jesima Rizwana from CSE461 Lab Section 1 along with Group 1. So I'm going to explain the PID algorithm and the code part for our project. At first we have chosen a new controller part for our robot where we have chosen Python to do the code on. After that we have imported a robot library, and then the robot is a robot instance part and the time step for the current world, which is 32. Then we have taken the necessary parameters here. We have assigned the velocity and the wheel positions as well. So in this IR sensor part, we have to make sure the variable names match exactly with these files. After that, in this part, there is a part for error calculation. So P is proportional to the error, scaling the I to integral part of the error, and scaling the D for the differential of the error. So after that, in this part, if it's not equal to 1 minus 1, it will enter the loop. Then we have to start to calibrate. By the calibration, we have got to know that our robot has a threshold between 1000. If the value is more than the threshold, it might not be in the line. So we have to make sure that the threshold is between 1000. So after that, we are going to compile the code, and now here we are going to run it. So we see that our robot is playing on the line. So it's working perfectly. So this was it. Thank you for watching.